Yo, what is going on, my loyal subscribers? Appreciate y'all's patience. I'm back. Been on a little bit of a hiatus. I've been a very busy man. Went ahead and purchased our first home. My wife and I got our first 2-car garage. Happy about that. I'm in it right now. And shout out to Kanye West, who dropped a line I never thought I'd be able to use, but go something like, Lofton, where's that Austin, where's that Texas, what's the front Benzes, what else Lexus? Don't have the Benz, it's close enough. I'll take it, not too many other people can take it like that. Additionally, I did get fully registered in the state of Texas, so I am fully legal, deterred from getting pulled over. So had Maryland undefeated in the past. This time, it was taken for the state of Texas. I went with undefeated 1, but it does have a nice ring to it. Undefeated 1. Besides all the personal stuff and the updates, real reason why we're here on this video is to go through a sponsored video by the Carbon Guards. We're going to be installing some carbon fiber mud guards on the RCF, and I speak on behalf of the entire platform. We've been waiting for a reputable vendor on this. Very thankful for the Carbon Guards. That's the Carbon Guards with an S. On Instagram, link in bio, or not link in bio, link in description, purchase link and everything. But I know that Bullet's Garage, shout out to him, makes some good content on his channel. I've been looking at you for years. A few years ago, he did install a vendor who provided carbon fiber mud guards. They disappeared. This is a different vendor, reputable. I wouldn't be making this video otherwise. Good product. And we're just gonna go through some tips, tricks, installation today, plan A and a plan B. And that's not to say that plan A didn't work. It didn't work for me, but you know, you can learn from my mistakes and things, just for options for you to use as necessary. So we're gonna get right into this. This is gonna be the world's first installation video on carbon fiber mud guards on the RCF. So hope you enjoy. We're gonna get right into it. So you can reuse your factory bolts here, or clips, but the vendor did provide some replacements, so you might as well. They do get brittle over time. Just pop that out with a flathead. The front is the shortest installation time. It's 3 minutes max. I did play around with putting it behind the fender liner, but due to this crevice here, it makes it protrude out a little bit more and whatever. So not gonna go with that. Kind of talked to the vendor about it, the creator of these, and I could see why he was having issues. So go ahead and you take that factory bolt here, hex bolt, Phillips bolt, it's whatever you want to do, but mine was rounded out, and plus I like sockets anyway, just to get some ratchet action. So you just start that off. And you tighten it. One thing I would do is tighten up the bolt as hard as you can. Not as hard as you can, but within reason, just to get that to follow, right? So this is the second day. I mean, I installed this side on a different day than the other side. I'm gonna let you know how it is on the other side. Had it tight as, you know, reasonably possible, right? And today it's form fitted, right? A lot better fitment here. And what I'm gonna do is loosen up this bolt a bit to bring off the tension, and it's gonna be a lot more uniform. So you see on the other side where I mentioned there was a little hole or a gap there, over here is a little bit less. That's just a little trick that I found out in my testing. You see, this looks a lot more uniform here. So there are no factory mount locations in the back. They're not direct bolt-ons. You will have to drill, but don't let that deter you. It does give you a little bit more luxury and adjustment and placement of where you want it to go. So you can do it as simple as this. I'll probably be going for this type of look in a modest thing, just to follow the natural camber of the stock wheels. You can go out as far as you want, and you know, this is good flexibility if you do go aftermarket. Say you got a little bit more poke, or you got a wider sidewall tire on there. For the meaty guys, you can do this, right? So take your time with this. Once you get the placement here, you want to mark the 2 bolts here on the liner on the bumper. And what this is going to do, and since ever since I bought these stock wheels out on the Spacers, I do get a little bit more kick up from here from Texas screws. And you know, it's taking a toll on the bumper at the bottom. So I mean, whether you go aggressive or, you know, modest, whatever you do, is going to protect this. As a bonus, it's going to help with like the tire shine if you use that, so you don't have fling or sling or whatever the hell you call it. And pet peeve of mine, when I'm running through, like, you know, I freshly detailed my car or whatever, and I had to run through a puddle because there's no way around it. I hate that, because I just washed the car. I don't want to have to deal with that. This is going to help with that. So once you get this location down exactly where you want, and this is just a rough markup or whatever, but exactly where you want, make sure, since this is somewhat freehand and you have that flexibility, the negative of this is you have to be precise on the other side. If you're not, you're gonna run into problems. So you don't want one side looking straight and then this side looking all stupid and stuff. And you know, I know we say protect all bills and everything, but if I see that, I'm laughing. Take your damn time. There's no rush. This should be a project that, you know, you're actually enjoying. And again, there should be no rush here. So as long as you take your time, you measure up, you look at the back, make sure it's following the natural camber or whatever camber you have it set to, you're gonna have good results. So we're gonna go jump right into this installation. I'll show you the tips that I follow so you can follow as well. So one thing I am gonna do before I get everything jacked up is use some double-sided foam tape. I might use this to secure, we'll see in the final result. But I'm gonna put the double-sided foam tape right here, get the measurement right exactly as I want it. Then we'll jack this up, take the wheel off, and then we can, when the wheel is off, we can screw in and bore in and all that. So let's get all this debris off. These roads have been eating us up. Ideal for these if you get a brand new RCF or something that's just been painted, or a garage cap, because you don't want this to happen. It's cosmetic, but this will protect it. So just a few strips here just to secure it. As you can see, I got 1, 2, 3 going up the wheel well, and that's gonna just hold it in place as I jack it up, get these screws on. Guys, considerate of the amount of tape you use. This interior, since it is on a flex, keeps popping off. I'll try and see if I can get this installed before that pops off again. Alternatively, what you can do is actually just do a full double-sided foam tape on the bumper liner, or not the liner, but the actual bumper itself, to secure it until you can fully secure it with screws. It's up to you, just giving you some options. But that looks the way I want it to. It's real good. So here's the plan B. I couldn't jack the car up before the mud guard dropped off. I was trying to be a little bit too conservative with the tape and it wasn't working as intended. It may work for you, but plan B, I'll go ahead and get this permanently mounted with the tape. And we're gonna trim right here, and just so it's, you know, not gonna get water on the back end and lose adhesive. So I'm gonna continue with the fit. Be careful, because this is gonna be a little bit more of a hassle trying to get the, you know, the placement done after, well, undone after you do it the first time. So now with the car safely jacked up and supported by recalled Harbor Freight jack mounts that I'm not getting up under the car, go ahead and wrap these off. Shout out to Firestone, who lost my wheel lock key again. So this delayed the video by like a week and a half, as I had to get a replacement again at their dime. As y'all know, I said I wasn't gonna lose it anymore. I didn't. It was on them. I was pissed off, but we back. Circling back to the Spacers installation, while I got the wheel off, I'm just gonna retort these down. I don't expect them to have changed at all, but while we're here. So with the double-sided tape on here, you see there is a gap right here. Get this in focus. Right here and down here. Vendor has supplied some rubber mounts, so what I plan on doing, putting one down here, one or two, and you just get that in so it secures that void. It's about maybe a 1/2 inch from the actual fender liner, and the drywall screws included are pretty much self-tapping for this installation, this instance. So I got 3 rubber washers on the back here. Use it as you deem fit. But as you can see here, this isn't moving. It definitely supports the stability of it along with the tape. Highly recommend it, just to give that longevity, essentially. And as mentioned earlier, I said self-tapping like a pilot hole. It's really unnecessary. I'm just gonna brap these in, as mentioned. These are pretty much self-tapping for this instance. So I went ahead with one on the bottom in the back and one on the top. I forgot to do it in the top up here, but man, I'll get it on the other side. It's advised to use the rubber washer on the outside just to help with security, as this one looks a lot more secure than this one, but I'm gonna cut some corners and not do it because it's in there and it's in there good. Side note on these, I just retorqued. They didn't move, they didn't need to be retorqued, so the magic number on these spacers on this car is gonna be 80 foot-pounds. Put about 5,000 miles on these already. So if you have a question like bolt-on spacers, again, don't. It's about the installation, but I digress. Let's get back to it. Now, remember what I said about you want it even, you want it symmetrical, you don't want it looking half-assed. You can take a ruler, measure down here, make sure you have the angle the same side that you're matching. I'm just gonna take some tape as a form of measurement. So get it close to the bottom where, just get this short. Get it close to the bottom where this starts to round off, or just a good place of measurement wherever you want. Just cut it off. So this is a good metric to follow. You can take to the other side, right there. All right, so right now I'm just comparing each side. This is fully mounted right here. Happy with that. And this double-sided tape does give you the option to get exact. So spacing down here is correct. This right here is a little bit past the factory wheel well lip. It looks even. And that's really what you want. Like I said, take your time. So that's a few tips and tricks I follow. Plan A, plan B, what worked, what didn't work. Hope you enjoyed it. The ultimate goal of this is to provide some sort of an installation tutorial, but also I wanted to serve as a repository for a plethora of information. So if there's anything that you would have did differently, what you did like about the installation, what you didn't like, how you would have approached it differently, I invite you to mention that in the comments below, because this is going to be the one-stop shop. First review on the platform. This is going to be where people go to install this for the RCF, so help out your fellow owners below. Shout out to the Carbon Guards for such a quality product. Like the R&D, it actually shows. And anybody who is deep in this platform knows that this platform doesn't get the respect that it deserves. So anytime someone takes the R&D, the research and development, and the time to actually give us something on behalf of the platform, the Carbon Guards, thank you. Invite everyone else to do the same, vendors that is. And the Carbon Guards, they're already doing big things. Their links are going to be in the description below. So they have the ISF in development currently. The GSF is already in production. I believe they have Q60s in production and a lot more to come. Put in your requests. They're very receiving to requests as they grow. The communication that they have is A1. Again, I wouldn't be endorsing somebody had it been BS. So I have confidence in that product. If due to unforeseen circumstances that I'm not going to mention, but if I have to get another RCF, I'll definitely be back. I don't anticipate there being any quality problems, no failures, no drop-offs and stuff into the road. I had it on for a few weeks. I have taken it out in the rain. Texans actually know how gritty that road film can get out there because it never rains here. When I did take it out, my opinion, it definitely improves. So next thing I wanted to bring up was the loyalty from my subscribers. I appreciate you sticking by. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead, like and subscribe and spread the word. I don't need much. This channel isn't big, but I got y'all, and that's all I need. If I get more followers, great. If not, it keeps me busy, so appreciate that. More content is on the way. Don't anticipate it taking 2 to 3 months, but it is 2020. Good content takes time, at least for me, when you're juggling other things, but I digress. Thank you for joining me in this another episode of BWI to ATEX F channel. I'll see y'all real soon. Stay safe in this pandemic. Be smart, be healthy, stay healthy, check on your loved ones. I'll see you next time. Quality content. Signing off. I'll catch you next time.